Yo, it is Tuesday, March 30th. You're now tuning into the Good Company Podcast. I am DJ Gaza from New Jersey. I'm live right here with my co-host Tempo the God. And we have a special guest in the building, the one and only Travy Trav. So I'm gonna go ahead and let them introduce themselves.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Tempo the artist. I'm out here straight from Jersey, repping Good Company.
Travy Trav, you feel me? Jersey. These my brothers. Of course, man, I'm out here, I'm repping too. On here, first time ever. So let's see how it, you feel me?
All right, so it ain't nothing but facts, of course. You know I'll be rocking already. So Trav, tell the people a little bit more about you and where they can find you at.
You can follow me on IG, 5Travy, you feel me? Just cool dude, just chilling, man. I do what I do. I got a YouTube with my shorty and everything. If you want to follow that, y'all gonna see the link or whatever. But man, I'm just chilling, man. Shit.
That's facts, man. Some people might not know this, but my boy actually went viral for a moment. Tell us about that viral moment you had real quick.
Yeah, that book bag, you feel me? 2.0. Me and my shorty was just doing our thing. We went viral. Woke up next day, you feel me? It was on Say Cheese. It was on World Star. It was on Hollywood Unlocked, shit like that.
Word. That's lit though. That shit was lit. You feel me? Like I remember when that shit just happened. I'm like, just first it was Say Cheese, I think first. Next thing you know, we told him like, yo, yeah, they asked me to put this on shit. I'm like, oh, what? Like, yeah.
It was actually, I think it was, hey man, it was Hollywood Unlocked first, and then it was Say Cheese. Then World Star hit us like, yeah, can we repost this? Shade Room, yeah, they was like, can we repost this right here? And then that was that.
Yeah, that was lit though. Know what I mean? So make sure y'all follow Lori and Trav on YouTube, and make sure y'all follow my man 5Travy. Know what I mean?
Yes,
Travy Trav in the motherfucking building, repping this Good Company shit. All right, so we'll get to the first segment real quick. So yesterday we spoke a little bit about the Lil Nas X and the 666 shoes. Well, today it turns out that Nike denied involvement in the creation of the same shoes, quote unquote, and they're actually suing a company that partnered with Nas X to create the shoes in the first place. So, gentlemen, I wonder what are your ideas on it? What do you guys think about this whole situation with these devil boots and shit like that?
That shit was brought to my attention out of nowhere. I was like, my boy posted up something, was like, fuck Nike. If I see anybody with Nikes on, I'm flaming them. Like, I'm about to burn their Nikes and shit. I'm like, yo, why you feel that way about Nike, bro? Like, I looked at my Air Max, that ass had these Air Maxes on, boom. Looked at my shit and said, yo, my shit's, what you gonna burn them for? You know what I mean? He's like, yo, Lil Nas X, boom. He sent me a whole paragraph. Lil Nas X, he made some sneakers with Nike 666. They all red. I seen a photo of this nigga with the devil behind him. I'm like, what the fuck? Yo. So they said Nike's promoting like satanic rituals and all of that. And I was shocked. You know what I mean? My man's like, yo, I'm never wearing Nikes again. I said, I got too many Air Maxes. There's no way I'm not wearing Nikes. I'm just not buying those. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not buying those.
Nice.
Honestly, Nike denying involvement. I think they did that because they have to, because they're such a big corporation. They're gonna lose a lot of fans. They're gonna lose a lot of money if they get caught. Because I'm pretty sure they got a lot of flack from that the moment it happened. So they can't. You know what I mean? Lil Nas X is big, but I think Nike's bigger than Lil Nas X. So they can deny involvement on that. But now what happens with the company that he started the shoe with? Which I
found it mad weird. Like I'm on IG and shit. I'm seeing that. I'm like, what? Like the drop of blood part. I'm like, yo, what are y'all? What's the game here? Like, you feel me? It's like, all right, cool. I seen the like makeup. It was like 99% like red dye or something like that, and then 1% blood. I'm like, what? Human blood? Yeah. Like, y'all crazy. Like that's so deep. But I was thinking, I'm like, yo, why would Nike do something like that? I feel like that's just something that Nike wouldn't do. So I didn't really know the whole back piece to it. But I'm seeing people say it's not a Nike shoe. It's like somebody customized it, made it. But I'm like, yo, that's crazy. At the end of the day, like I see like you try to be different and all that, but it's like when you start putting like human blood and stuff, like that's so deep. That's next level. Like if a big company like Nike come out with something like that, it's crazy. And like you said, though, I got mad Nike stuff, bro. I'm not throwing my Nike away. You're bugging. That's Brad, yo.
No way.
My Nike on, yeah. But it's like something like that I ain't never purchasing. Like, that's crazy. Somebody out there gonna do it, though.
I said the same shit. I was like, whoever supports Lil Nas X is gonna buy them shoes. But I never buy them shoes. But you know what? I was also looking at it on the flip side real quick. all the kids that support Lil Nas X would buy them shoes because they support Lil Nas X because they don't know anything about that kind of, you know what I'm saying? And for that reason, I definitely think they should not sell them shoes.
Yeah, and what's crazy is I feel like if they did come out, they would be sold out. Like people will buy them so quick, like they'll really be sold out. It's crazy.
Yeah, like I said on the episode yesterday, I won't be one of those people that's participating in that kind of activity. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so we won't keep that like that. You know what I mean? But hey, you know what I mean? Like I said yesterday as well, clout is a hell of a drug. You know what I'm saying? So you got to keep finding new ways to reinvent yourself and do things to stay popular and stay relevant. You know what I'm saying? That was a different kind of move. And I'm guaranteed that shit would have got something, it would got sold out. People was going to buy that shit. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that's a whole different kind of, like, he has a certain fan base, a core fan base already. You know what I'm saying? So he has certain people that's going to buy that shit anyway. Now I mean, you got certain people that's going to buy that shit just because that's because of his sexuality. Certain people just going to buy it just because of that and what he's trying to represent. Right. Know what I mean? So if you just look at it like that, it's gonna get. I believe it will get sold out. Yeah, just because it's a different kind of thing. Know what I mean? And nobody has ever really done no shit like that.
Yeah, and the hype around it. You feel me? Like the hype around it already, just from it being like something that people's eyes already on it. Like, what's that? What's that? Because it's just random. Like you start hearing like people talk about like human blood and shoes. Right. People gonna try to buy it just to say they got it. You feel me? Even if they're not gonna wear it, they're gonna have them just like, oh yeah, this is a souvenir. Like this one of the first, and that's gonna start. I feel like it'll evolve into some other ish. Like you feel me?
Right.
So yeah, I said we cancel that now before it even gets started because I ain't rocking with it.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Thanks.
All right, so we're gonna move into this next topic real quick. Today marks the 30-year anniversary of the classic film, The Five Heartbeats. Now I don't know if y'all tune into that, y'all know what that's about, but that's a hood classic movie. It's not like a hood movie, but it's if you grew up in the hood, I'm pretty sure you watched this movie countless times. I mean, but it was one of the better movies that we remember to this day. I mean, so I was just wondering what you think about that.
I think that's a great accolade and accomplishment. I think anybody that hasn't watched growing up, you know what I'm saying, and me being an artist and making music and like aspiring, you know, watching like all these movies about like the Temptations, you know what I'm saying, the TLC story, the Bobby Brown story. Like I watched the What's Love Got to Do with it, Tina Turner. Like I watch it because you watch the struggles that they go through, you know what I'm saying? And it's like you also watch how they became. Like that's the best way to get to know something about like an artist or a group. It's like you get to see their story, what they went through, all the stuff that all them hits. You don't know that it took them 20 years to make all them hits. You don't know that they got, you know what I'm saying? They took 10 L's. They had managers that was over there giving them 360 deals and taking money off everything that they was doing all the time. You know what I'm saying? The Five Heartbeats was like, it's a real strong movie. And all the lead characters is all black too. So for like me being a black man watching something like that growing up, I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That definitely is a way to not only, you know, make your name, but to like be strong too. You know what I'm saying? They like there was not a lot of people in that movie that was touching Five Heartbeats. You know what I'm saying? But in general, that movie like symbolizes a lot. You know what I'm saying? For black R&B music too. I feel like back in the day though, like I don't even think that you can even say it was R&B because they did everything. They did like a little bit of pop, they did a little rock, a little R&B, all of that. You know, all the music wasn't the same either. You know what I'm saying? But that was definitely a dope ass movie.
Yeah, I feel like movies like that basically like it's like a transition, like coming from seeing where we came from, seeing a movie like that, seeing music how music really started, how the transition really started happening, and where some of these people really came from and how they did it. That's like it's motivation for anybody like today. Like I feel like if you don't watch movies like that and you're trying to get into a craft like hip hop, R&B, anything like that, like some of these groups like the Jackson 5, like if you just like really see their backstory, it's crazy. Like the Temptations as well. It's a whole different world. Then you start seeing like different groups and you see like how fame affected them too. Cause like, you know, like some of them came from backgrounds that didn't really have nothing to start getting fame. Some of them started doing drugs and you just start seeing like a whole slew of things that you probably would never go through. You probably never seen anybody go through. So like movies like that is just really motivation, like to see a group get so big coming from nowhere, coming together and just like bobbing together and really just like, we're going to take over. And those groups were big groups. So it's like, it's motivation. It's really motivation. It's all love.
It also shows what happens, you know what I'm saying, if you let fame get the best of you. Because like in movies like The Temptations, you see like David Ruffin, he was just with his brother, he was singing background. He was the voice. The whole time he was the voice. And when he got the fame, he was shy when he was the voice. But when he got the fame, drugs took control of him, you know what I'm saying? So it also, you know what I mean, it also tells you what not to do.
Yeah. Stick to your roots, man. How you started, you gotta be that same person when you get there.
Yeah, man. But shout out to them though. Congratulations.
Congrats to them.
Be yourself, man. You know what I mean, like, don't start being somebody today that you're just creating this character now. You know what I mean, like, be who you have always been. You feel me? Like that's the best I can recommend for anybody. You feel me? You can't hold up a charade forever. That's all I'm saying.
You can't fabricate realness. You know,
it's gonna come to light, and before it benefits you, it's gonna hurt you in the long run. So be yourself. Start off being yourself. You ain't got to worry about nothing else later. You know what I mean? Because you came in how you was. You know what I'm saying? The people in this game, in this industry, they look for the frauds, bro. You gonna pop out eventually. They gonna find you. You know what I mean? So moral of the story, man, be yourself. And congratulations to the cast. I mean, for a 30-year-old classic movie. You know what I mean? And it's black. You know what I mean? And I love my black movies. You know what I mean? We have a lot of black classics, and I love them all. You know what I mean? From the funny shit to the old school shit to from Martin Luther King to Malcolm X, everything that the black community makes and creates is just amazing. It's great. I mean, I sit down and I really enjoy these movies, you know, and especially for the old time classics. You know what I mean? Because they don't really make movies like they used to make movies. You know the movies you got nowadays is
trash.
But we even see movie series come from gold to garbage. Like you watch the Fast and the Furious. Like these motherfuckers about to start being in spaceships and shit. That's the next thing because they real life superheroes at this point. You know what I mean? But shout out to them though. Shout out to them. They doing their thing. But at the end of the day, man, just shout out to the classics. You know what I mean, let's not ever forget the classics. Let's keep that going. Let's make sure we show our kids where it came from and all that kind of shit. You know what I mean, because
he said
really the roots.
He said they're about to be in spaceships. It's like fast.
What else they gonna do? What else can Fast and the Furious do?
Gonna start flying.
They like superheroes.
Yeah, they had armor tanks and shit and like army vehicles and all that shit.
They started off as regular niggas in motherfucking race cars and shit.
But what's wild is what's crazy is like how we grew up on our movies, and it was like, you feel me? It wasn't as like animated. It was more so like straight to the point. Like the generations growing up now, they're gonna be seeing that type of stuff, and then that's gonna become the new normal for them. So what we gonna be looking at, like, damn, like that's really some bullshit. Like, how Fast and Furious on the moon? Like, how they doing this now? Like, stuff we looking at like that, they gonna be like, nah, bro. They gonna be like, yo, this is hot.
Don't forget the baby growing up. The baby growing up in the series. Like, that was Paul Walker's son. It was a son, right?
Yeah. Oh.
He had a son.
Yeah, he had a son in like Fast 5 or 6 or something.
They're gonna get to the point where that son is gonna be a grown nigga and he's gonna be doing all I'm telling you, bro. And by that time, these niggas gonna be on some whole nother shit. Like, know what I mean?
That's like fucking Bad Boys for Life. Yo, Will Smith's son was a beast in that movie.
Yeah.
I love that movie. I ain't gonna lie.
Yo,
I love that shit.
One,
I love that shit because I love the series, bro. And I'm a Will Smith fan. So you know I'm going, you feel me? So when it comes to that shit, that was a good ass movie. I like that shit. And that he ended up being a son and he was a badass.
Trying to kill him, like, that's crazy.
Bad Boys 2 was my favorite because when Reggie ended up marrying his daughter in Bad Boys for Life, but like when he first took her out, he was just like, Will Smith was like, yo, you ever been to jail?
What you want, nigga?
I'm here to take his daughter out.
What's your name?
Reggie.
Well, no, I heard the motherfucker say your name, Reggie. You taking Megan out?
Yes, sir.
How old is you?
15.
Shit, nigga, you at least 30.
This is
Can you fight?
Yeah.
You can fight?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you motherfucker, you can't fight. Look at you.
So you know if I'm there, you know what that's gonna be. Chitty chitty bang bang, nigga.
Chitty bang bang, nigga.
Like, he's just like funny as hell, bro. Martin took the fucking ecstasy and shit. Like,
for real, that was a vibe, yo.
Yo, man, that was some good time. I ain't gonna lie. Will Smith is a popping actor, bro. I don't know why some niggas don't like him, bro. But he's a popping ass actor, son. Like, I ain't gonna lie, son. From the comedian shit he did, and the way he took off to the serious movies and nailed that shit. And I fucking loved it, bro. Like, he's a nice
Jamie
actor.
Foxx, same shit.
Oh yeah, speaking of Jamie Foxx, the Mike Tyson movie coming out, and Jamie Foxx is going to play Mike
He's gonna
Tyson.
be playing that.
How
That's
you
a
feel
fact.
about that shit right there? Because he
I feel like
already was doing the lisp and shit like before. He already impersonated a nigga, so I could only imagine what's about to happen in this movie. You feel me? So
bro,
I think it's gonna be
Jamie
great.
Foxx. Jamie Foxx, that he's a serious bro. He's serious, bro. Like when it comes to acting side,
So,
I'm looking
let's
at
not
like his
forget Django.
impersonations and everything.
That
Bro,
Django a classic. I ain't gonna lie, that's one movie that's a classic. I don't care what nobody talk about.
ain't
Django
nobody really
is a
topping
classic
Jamie
ass
Foxx,
movie
bro.
right there. That's a new age classic, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, bro.
I'm gonna keep it real. Jamie Foxx is my inspiration. That's my guideline.
For real.
I feel like ever since I was a kid, I followed him. That's like that'd be my favorite person. You know, I was asked like if you could do a song with anybody from any generation alive for that, who would you be and who would you do it with? I was like Jamie Foxx. He's the funniest motherfucker and he's the best serious motherfucker at the same time. Like,
he's mad versatile. Like he's mad versatile. This man do everything. Like,
he played blind. He played Ray Charles perfect.
Yeah,
and did all his voice, his vocals.
Crazy.
Did he play The Mask though?
He didn't play The Mask. That was Jim Carrey.
The Mask, like Son of the Mask.
For what reason do I see? I could fucking see Jamie Foxx playing The Mask. Like
he probably. He can play anything. He could be.
Wow. I don't know why I just seen him playing that fucking.
But I ain't gonna put him. Every time I see that, I see Jim Carrey. But Jim Carrey is the mask for me, bro. He did his thing. He a different story.
That's a classic movie right there.
For real.
Jim Carrey's he's a Grinch and he's fucking and he's fucking this guy too at the same time because the Grinch like I'll never see another person be the Grinch and I'll never see the mask like that again. He made all the faces in the animation, bro. Like it's just
for real.
He made the character.
Since we on this topic though, white actors that black people love. Let's get into that real quick, right? That black people fuck with. Because we don't fuck with all the white actors, but we do fuck with some of them that we fuck with, like, you know what I mean? Or something that I fuck with. I say, I don't know. We all got our own. I'm pretty sure we all got our own white actors and shit like that you fuck with. So let me ask y'all this. Give me two. At least two white actors that y'all can fuck with each. You're probably going to agree on someone. I don't know if it's that much.
I fuck with Bruce Willis.
Okay, yes.
I fuck
not
with
in my
Bruce.
list. That was not a
fuck. He ain't on your list, but I fuck with Bruce Willis.
I fuck with that.
I fuck with Jason Statham.
Oh yeah,
bro. I fuck with him too. I was about to say him next, bro. You just stole that from me, bro. You heard me say it.
That nigga Jason Statham is fucking different. Like I fuck with that nigga. He will pass in every movie he in. Like you just expect some ass whoopings when you're in the movie. That's what I'm saying.
Yo, he be killing it every time. Jason Statham.
It's some niggas like that though. It's some niggas that every movie that they play, they just kicking ass. Like I swear to God, and he's one of them niggas.
Every movie he come in, he kicking somebody ass, bro. Like, what's that shit where he had to charge up his heart?
Crank,
right?
Oh, Crank, yeah, it was wild.
Hey, my son fall out the helicopter, bro.
Yeah, that was different. And the nigga that had Tourette's, had me dying. No, I ain't gonna lie.
Oh nah, bro. That nigga was wild. For real, like.
That nigga was he couldn't stop moving. That was fucking great. Like shit like that is real. I mean, I don't know. Those kind of movies as well. You can tell the difference in the quality of the movies back then as well. Like you can tell what era a movie is from just by looking at it. Like, yo, I could tell that movie from the 90s, or I could tell that movie from the early 2000s.
Yeah. Let me ask y'all this. I feel like this is the ultimate question. This question I get different answers every time I ask this question. How do y'all feel about Blank Man?
About what? Blank Man. I fuck with Diglett.
I fuck with it a little bit.
I mean,
all right. So now
how you feel about it?
What do you fuck with? Like the movie itself, like the way that storyline was, and the actors. Like, do you feel like you would have casted somebody different for that movie? Because honestly, I love the Waynes. You know what I'm saying? I love them. I think that they're dope. I think he was kind of goofy, but I think it was in a funny way. So like when I was younger, I thought that movie was funny. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was funny to me. I ain't gonna lie. Like the cast wise, I feel like they did pick a good person to play that goofy black guy that turns to a superhero. Like I do.
It wasn't funny.
Yeah.
I couldn't see. I can't see nobody else doing it now. I mean, I can't see nobody else doing that shit but him. Like he reminds me. You know Pokemon, right? Diglett. You know Diglett. For some reason, nigga, like I see every time I see Diglett. Every time I see this nigga, I see Diglett. Like, if you don't know who Diglett is, right here, That's Diglett. Yeah.
Wow, yo.
Yeah, I'm gonna start thinking about that shit now when I look at it.
It's the clean bowly, bro. That's what be getting me, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. Shit is wild.
I don't know.
So, let me jump into another segment, Road 2.2. So, New York becomes the first state to bring out a vaccine verification app. So, on April 2nd, Governor Cuomo is launching the country's first digital verification app to help them verify who has taken the vaccine and who hasn't. The vaccine will soon be required to enter many of the state's businesses and events. So, sooner or later, we're not even going to be able to get into certain places unless we have that app to verify that we have taken the vaccine. Know what I mean? So at this point, we're going to need our scammers, our hackers to start getting into these virtual fake IDs and fake verifications. I need y'all to start getting into that from now because we're going to need those.
You heard that here first, man.
We're going to need those.
That's crazy. Like, so basically it's an app that's going to be basically scanning your like ID to see if you got a vaccine.
It basically brings up your medical history, showing that you had the vaccine, but just the vaccine, not everything else, just to make sure that you have that shit, whatever. I mean, so I'm guess. Listen, we're not gonna get into details, but like I said, y'all get on that.
It's about to be a whole different type of segregation now, bro. It's about to be like it ain't even. It's about to be because I seen like they was making like and like I think it was football or something, like they was making a vaccine only section, stuff like that. So
that's what they starting to do. That's what this is for.
That's crazy. Like that's really some other ish. Like, how y'all feel about that vaccine though? What's your thoughts on that?
I think that is population control. I think they're just trying to inject us with things that's going to eventually turn us into robots or some shit like that, to be honest with you. And I think that I wouldn't take the vaccine, to be real, but they're making it like, even they just said that Biden said soon it'll be like 80% or 90% of adults will be available to take the vaccine. It's just like, all right, so now you're almost to the point where you're forcing it on people, and once you force it on people, it's like, yo, why are you forcing it on people? Then start making you know what I mean? Like, why are you doing it? Why are you forcing it on you? You only force things on people when enough things aren't being done organically. So now you're forcing them to do it so you can get the results that you want. Like, that's, to me, there's a problem with that. Something weird about that. I don't know. Yeah. So I'm not saying it, but I'm
extremely weird with that kind of shit, my nigga. Because I'm always especially when it comes to government. To me, these niggas always lying until I prove they're not lying. You know what I mean? Like, for real.
I'm one of those niggas. They're not lying, they still probably lying.
Exactly. Because listen, we talk about the government. We talk about the controllers of the media that you see on a daily basis that influences the minds, the radios, everything that we listen to, that influences the minds of our kids, influences the minds of us, like the shit that we think about. We could be in the car, son. They brainwash you. Think about a song, right? Think about a song that you don't like. You heard the first time. You don't like that shit. That shit trash. Now, they play that shit so much within 10 minutes, 15 minutes that in about a month, 2 months now, you actually like the song because they brainwash you to like the song. But you, when they admit it or not, I mean, but your gut will tell you, your first instinct will be, I don't like the song. Now I mean, but the more that you get washed to it, now you all of a sudden like now you're starting to like it's getting catchy. But the only reason it's getting catchy is because they're forcing it. You're hearing the shit every time. Every 10 minutes you're hearing the same song. Now I mean, next thing you know, you're starting to like certain lines and certain bars, and they force you to like something just like that.
Oh, you getting conditioned. It's all conditioning.
Know what I mean? So now your gut instinct is already been washed by what they've, know what I mean? Your gut was already told you don't like it. But now they made you like a song that you didn't like.
They forced it.
I mean, so
that's it. When you force stuff on people, it's crazy. Like, yeah, you
like that, bro. I'm a very big thinker when it comes to that.
Yeah, so many songs I was driving in the car, like I didn't like. I'm like, what? Like, but then like you hear it over and over on the radio, and then shit just like get with you. You see everybody around like singing it, and you just like it gets into your brain. So it's like you got to really just block that out. Like, you can't just do it because everybody else doing it. You know what I mean? It's like you got to have your own results on that too. Vaccine, I see mad people doing it. Like, I'm going to work and shit. I see everybody doing it, getting their vaccines. I'm like, bro, y'all tripping. I'm going to watch what happened to y'all, but it's still something in my head that's like, bro, do I really want to take this vaccine? Like, nah, I really don't want to take this vaccine, to be honest. Like, you feel me? It's like,
you seeing people do the shit. But why do you need it? Like if I'm good, why do I need the vaccine? Now why am I forced to take it now? If I don't have no symptoms or anything. Why are you trying to get me to take? Why are you forcing me to take this? And the way that you're forcing me is not a lot. It's a way where you're excluding me from shit that I think I need. Now, I mean, so I go to a basic basketball game. Now you're excluding me from the actual game because now you keep me outside the box. Now I want to be inside the box. So now I'm going to get the vaccine. So you understand that the way that they're forcing you is like it's a way where your options are getting limited. So you think you have options, but you don't because you're gonna have to take the shit one way or another. You want a job? Guess what? You're not getting hired till you take the vaccine. Now I mean, now
kids going to school,
you're forced
like that.
You're forced to take the shit now because you can't live without it. Know what I mean? And that's how they influence the minds. But we as the people, once we fall into it, we start doing it. Now everybody start doing it. Niggas got to really stand up, be like, yo, bro, I need some information. Like, why I got to take this? It's gonna get to the point where a lot of people don't even know what the fuck they want to take. And it's like, bro, in the coming years, a lot of people are not gonna know what vaccine. Like, they're just gonna take it. You feel me? Like, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a part of the regular, whatever. And you don't know what you put in your body. It might not be something that's gonna hurt you now. It might be something that's gonna hurt you when you get a little bit older and you start having kids, and that's gonna get passed down to them. So you're not gonna see the immediate effect. So right now you're gonna be like, oh, 2 months from here, and nothing happened in 2 years. It's all good. Not knowing that
fresh vaccine.
This is the game of chess. So they're not playing for 2 years. They're playing for 30 years from now. They're planning for 20 years from now when your kids grow up. Now, I mean, that's what they're planning for. So you may not see the results right away, but best believe that it's in your body and it's going to get passed down. Now, I mean, that shit is crazy, bro. That's how I think. Now, I mean, that's how I think. You feel me? And listen, man,
they know more. They know more information than they really giving us.
Yeah,
they giving us what they feel like we need to hear. So we not, you feel me? So we don't panic.
Oh yeah, and I don't have to cut you off, but I just want to bring this up as well. Understand that the government does control the media, bro. Now, bro, there have been studies, and this has been proven. Some of the medias, they be talking about the same as how they had the same script. Like how you on two rival news stations and y'all got the same exact scripts. Like y'all asking the same shit. Y'all showing the same shit on all your channels. Nah, bro. There's something behind the media that is putting shit in y'all heads. That's forcing the agenda. All this, like, bro, if you want to think about it, like, not even to let's get into the facts, right? 10 years ago, it wasn't that much openly gay people. 15 years ago, there was definitely not that much. 20 years ago, it was definitely not that much. The agendas has been changing, and it starts with one person doing some shit that everybody is following suit, and the people like the LGBTQT, that whole community got so big in a matter of 10, 15 years, where the shit we see nowadays, that's the reason why we're seeing it. Now, I mean, the world is changing in front of our eyes. Like the way this digital era and everything is all changing so fast. Now, I mean, everything is changing so fast. And like, bro, in my lifetime, I've been born in 1992. So many things have changed. When I was born, bro, there was no internet like that, bro. Now, I mean, when I was born, we didn't have like this kind of graphics and shit. We didn't have these kind of phones, nigga. My father had a big ass brick phone. I remember that shit from Jamaica. Big ass shit. And he had like, bro, this is crazy. And we have seen so much change in just one generation alone. In the past 100 years, my nigga. We have seen just in our lifetime, we have seen so much shit happen, from natural disasters that don't even have pandemics. When's the last time we had one of those? So much shit has happened in our lifetime, and it's not even over yet. Is the crazy part. But between this 1990s and 1980s all the way to the current day, so much shit has happened, bro. That has not happened for niggas. Our grandparents, they had to go through that. Like their parents, they had to go through that. So much shit has happened to us alone. In my 29 years of life, bro, I've seen so much shit that a lot of people that is so older than me and live past me have not seen. And I'm wondering, just in this little, it's crazy, bro. It's just crazy how much
our generation has seen a lot of shit. Like, and it's not even like it was a spread out type of thing. Like, we seen all of this shit in a matter of 10, 15 years of being alive. Like, you feel me? Like, we done seen
all that shit.
We done seen so much shit. Like,
crazy.
We done seen so much shit. A pandemic, bro. Like, we really lived through a pandemic. Like, think about it. A pandemic, it done changed everybody's life. Everybody was good before this. Everybody out. Everybody doing what they doing. Pandemic hit. People really like, yo, this is really something. Everybody inside their cribs. It's like outside dry. Like, it's a whole different world we living in. We done seen too much. Yeah.
You remember when a nigga sneeze and nobody be like, nobody will say, go outside and go sneeze somewhere. at least one nigga out of the group is gonna look. At least one nigga is gonna look at you.
I'm looking. I'm like, yo, what you got, bro?
It's crazy, bro. But that's the world we live in. It's becoming a new normal, bro. And that's just the reality of it. Know what I mean? But
You gonna do
I
some
feel like we needed
crazy
that, right?
time.
Not that we needed the diseases or the you know what I mean. We needed the
The slowdown.
solitary confinement of
We did.
the pandemic, because even though we was home, we was saving money, we wasn't spending money. We was eating healthy because we was eating at home. We was spending time working on our relationships, so we got closer. That either brought people together or torn apart. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know what I mean? Everybody came out of that, I feel like, a little bit better. You either came out more knowledgeable or richer. I mean, I don't know, whatever one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, everybody should have came out of it with either a new trade or skill or a new, a new outlook. Like, come out of this with like a new vibe. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
all this sitting down, what are you doing with that time?
You got to be learning
Gotta
something.
do
like
something.
this. Yeah.
You feel me?
It's been a big learning experience. Like, you sit down, you start to rekindle different relationships.
I
You
hope
get to like you peace with yourself now. So you got to really just like start understanding yourself more. Like, it humbled so many people, because everybody, look, you got this, you got that, you got this. But at the end of the day, when something like this hit, doesn't really matter. Now you start to think about what's really important. So you start to get into yourself now, and that's one of the biggest things that the pandemic brought for me. Like, I know it did for a lot of people. You start to really like look at what's important. People start spending time with their families. People start doing things that they didn't do on a regular day because they didn't have time. They thought this was important. They thought that was important. Then we start humbling. Everybody start realizing what's really important. So that was a blessing.
Facts.
And one thing one thing that has baffled me, you know what I mean, which is something that I like, just this whole school thing. Like, never in my life has school ever been fucking no
Virtual.
school. I've never
Yeah.
seen shit like that. Like,
Crazy.
you understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that
Like,
virtual shit.
nigga, it
Weird,
used to be
yo,
snowing
weird.
outside, nigga. You going to school. Now I'm
Hell
saying,
yeah.
this has never happened. Like, you might miss a day or a week of spring break, but nigga, like a whole school year, never seen it. Never seen it ever.
They going on two. Like, some people went through 2 birthdays with pandemic, bro. Like, crazy.
It is wild. All right, but
Crazy.
if you don't know what's on your right, I educate you, of course. But before we get into this next segment, I just want to say that this podcast is brought to you and powered by Good Company Multimedia. For those who don't know what or who Good Company are, we are a multimedia outlet. Whether you need radio play, live artist interviews, blog placements, playlists, and listening sessions, BET jams, radio commercials, we got you covered right here at Good Company. Make sure to follow us on YouTube at The Official Good Company and on all other social media platforms at One Good Company. That's the number one, Good Company. All right, so I'm about to pass it on to my man Tempo. You feel me? I don't know. I'm pretty sure you got some things to say. I mean, I'm gonna let him get into his topics, man.
Yeah. So what's going on, y'all? Yeah, I mean, I want to talk about how we all need to get it together. All right. So today, I want to talk about the thought process, right? And how the thought process can affect your situation. Long story short, I received the message, and the message was completely left field in the middle of the night from somebody close to me that I know. And it was like, super angry, super aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this person did this person did that. I'm doing so good for myself. You know what I'm saying? And they're talking about all these things that they got, and all these things that they did, and all these accomplishments that they have, right? And how everybody else is like somehow down bad. You know what I'm saying? Somehow down bad, but he's on top and he made it and he did it because he took that time out to do it. And we should feel listen, the way you think about things, like, and I feel like we're all guilty of it, but the way that you think about things, right, it can positively or negatively affect you either long-term or short-term, long-term or short-term. Now, like, say you're at your job, right? Your boss asks you to do something. Yeah, fuck that, I ain't doing nothing. All right. You ain't got to do it. You might not even say that. You might not even care. A week later down the line, you need something, you're going to be like, I don't know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or it could be like a situation in, like, your relationship where, like, you might think that it's the right time to say something and it's not. You know what I'm saying? Or you might think that this is the right food to eat and it ain't. You know what I'm saying? How you think about things, like, sometimes you got to take a second, like, just to sit down and actually filter your thoughts. Me personally, I think like this. My mind is always racing. I'm constantly, like, half the times I don't even think when I do things. And I feel like that, for me, definitely affects my situation. Things like people, you know what I mean? But people making these decisions to like, you know, say you commit a robbery, right? You thought about that shit before you did it. You knew before you did it what was going to happen. You did it anyway. So in between the time of you doing it and thinking about doing it, you had time to think it over. You had time to think twice. So I use that as a scenario, but that's also a lesson. See what I'm saying? Like between you thinking about something and you doing it, you got time in between you thinking about something and you completing that thing to change your thought process. So that's it. You know the consequences of your actions. Know that at the end of the day, you know, they say the gift of life and death is in the tongue. Like, whatever, the power of the tongue is powerful. Whatever you say, just remember before you say it, like, it's going to impact somehow. You know what I'm saying? All the time. So always just, you know what I'm saying, try and use that to your advantage. You know what I mean? And whatever you do, and I feel like that'll help you be more successful. How y'all feel about that?
I feel that that's 100% correct. It's like, it's a lot of people that are pretty impulsive. So basically, it's like a snap. So as soon as they think it, they do it. Sometimes you do got to like take a step back, analyze what's going on before you make that move. Is it a good decision? Is it a bad decision? Is it something that's going to affect somebody in the long term? And then humble yourself, relax, and then think it over. And then think about the positive outcomes of if you do or say the right thing. I feel like a lot of people don't do that. So they just basically act off of whatever they think first. In certain scenarios, that'll be all right. But when it's like you say, if it's something that you know that probably is going to have a bad effect, you do need to take a step back. And to be honest, like, we're not really raised on that. So people around you probably just like, as soon as something happened, they react. And like media doesn't show you how to like really humble and really analyze stuff. It's just all go. So it's like, I feel like you do need to take a step back, stop being impulsive on certain situations, whatever it is, analyze it before you even take a step into it, because it could be a big negative, like something that you might regret. Like, be like, yo, am I going to regret this later on in life? Am I going to regret this later on, even if it's 5 minutes down the line? If you are, think about it before you act and then make the right decision. So that's how I feel on that.
I also want to say that on the flip side too. Like, sometimes you take too long to think about it and you don't do it and you miss out on opportunities too. So, you know,
that's a fact. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's why I said, like, in certain situations it's a good thing, but then in certain situations it's not always a good thing. So it depends on the situation.
Right. And shout out to being positive. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't know this, but Travis like my blood brother. You feel me? And a lot of shit about positivity and a lot of shit about the way I think now, he's contributed a lot to that. You know what I mean? Because the way I was, bro, I was just a high-head nigga. I was a very stubborn nigga. You know what I mean? A lot of shit. You know what I mean? Life humbles you in a lot of ways. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? Sometimes you just need to hear certain things. And when I needed to hear that, you feel me? My brother was right there with the good word. So at the end of the day, man, it helped me a lot when I needed it. Feel me? I'm the older brother, but sometimes you feel me? Like I said, I'm the older brother, but I would like I'm very high-headed. You know what I mean? So when it comes to certain things, man, he helped me out a lot with that. You know what I mean? So I appreciate this kid. But yeah, man, with that being said, I mean, I'm about to move into this final topic for the day. You know what I mean? In the meantime, though, let's not forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you tell a friend about us. Tell a friend and tell a friend. One Good Company, baby. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. Make sure you follow the guys. You feel me? We got at Tempo_the artist. You got at DJ Gaza _ you feel me? At 5Trav. Make sure you follow it. And then at Divine Soul Official. And that's all on Instagram. So make sure y'all follow us there. Make sure y'all subscribe to this channel, man. We know we rising. We always rising on a daily basis. We always dropping that shit for y'all, man, on a daily basis. Now, me and we always got something that works on a daily basis. So we always working. You feel me? That's what we do, man. We the good company that you need by your side. You feel me? When you want to look behind your back, who gonna be there? Good company. I guarantee you. You know what I mean? All right, so we can move on to this final topic for the evening. All right, so Derek Chauvin, the officer who was arrested for murdering George Floyd, his attorney is claiming that George Floyd died from a drug overdose and persisting health issues. I want to know what you guys think about this. I mean,
They do an autopsy.
this is a very sad face of reality. Matter of fact, let me drop this clip real quick so y'all can see it.
Evidence will show that Mr. Floyd died of a cardiac arrhythmia that occurred as a result of hypertension, his coronary disease, the ingestion of methamphetamine and fentanyl, and the adrenaline flowing through his body, all of which acted to further compromise an already compromised heart.
All right, boom. Now, I mean, y'all just seen the video. Let me know what y'all think about that. Know what I mean? Shit is crazy, man. Some people could look you dead in your eyes, man, with all the evidence against them and lie to the millions of people that's viewing. That's how I feel about it. You feel me? Like, but I mean, that's your job. But at the end of the day, come on, man. It comes to being a human being at the end of the day. Now, I mean, like I understand that I mean, money is money, but nah. Now, I mean, you got to at some point you got to draw the line. Now, I mean, money is not everything. Now I'm saying that's what I'm saying. Like, so you gonna take the money, but you risk going looking like look how you look, like a fucking clown. No matter how you look at it, but I can never respect something like that. Now, I mean, I don't care who you trying to defend, you defending the wrong people. Fuck money. Now it comes down to justice, nigga. Now, I mean, this is the point where Batman come in. Batman don't want no money, nigga. He want justice. Know what I'm saying?
Right.
Money don't mean shit. Like, it's crazy.
Like,
that nigga, he breaking bones and backs and everything. That nigga ain't fucking around. Like, but what y'all think about this though, man? It's real sad that he really defending this and saying this. You understand what I'm saying? I understand when we have he was saying he can't breathe. He was telling y'all he couldn't breathe in the video that we got. So no matter what level or whatever he may have, he said he couldn't breathe. This man is telling you that he cannot breathe. You still on his neck. Now, I mean, what y'all think about this? Shit is crazy.
Man, first of all, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that happened, you know, when that happened, you know, I made a couple songs about that. The one song that I actually released on all platforms called No Justice, right? But it literally was like, yo, come on, bro. There's no excuse for any of it. Like, did they actually run an autopsy on George Floyd when they you know what I'm saying? When they checked his body and everything before they buried him and shit when he was in the morgue? Like, did they run an autopsy to see how he exactly died? Was there drugs in the system? You know what I mean? Was there any of that? See, that's why the media itself is such a terrible animal. You know what I'm saying? Like, they corrupt your mind. They say mind is a terrible thing to waste, but they waste it because they're watching all this wasteful shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, the media is promoting things that are so fabricated, but at the same time, like, who's to say what's fabricated and what's not? You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you put out in front of people, ignorance is bliss. Yo, when they see it, they be like, okay, that's what they are mentally attracted to. So they're gonna pay more attention to that than what the actual truth is. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, like, they had video of that. I don't went to protest, you know what I'm saying, peaceful protests, all of that, like, about this shit, because it's about the bigger picture. They're like, okay, if that's his, you know, reasoning, so what's everybody else's? You know what I'm saying? Like, what about Emmett Till? You know what I'm saying? What about fucking Breonna Taylor? You know what I'm saying? Like, what about people that you don't got these excuses for and they still got their killers running free? I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? I don't get that. That could be any of our kids that happened to, and then it'd be a different situation when it's that. So I honestly just think that, like, them thinking they could boldface lie to people and for people to think it's okay. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like,
I feel like that shit. My bad. I don't want to cut you off. You good? You done?
Okay, I'm good.
Oh, yeah. I feel like that whole situation, that's a ruthless act. There's no care in there for his life at all. There's no care after they see how many people protested about it. There's just like, they don't want justice for it. They thought they justifying it any way possible. It's like, if that was his child, you know what I mean? If that was his child and it was the same situation, would he have nailed on his neck? You know what I mean? Would you have stopped your son from breathing regardless? Like, now they're putting drugs into it. They putting all of this into it. But regardless, most of these, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'm not trying to be like, it's not race or anything, but it's like, a lot of white people do drugs too, you know what I mean? But it's like, you don't see nobody kneeling on their neck over simple, like hard drugs. Like, they're doing like harder stuff than what we do. Like marijuana, that's becoming legal because they're realizing like, okay, now we got to make money off it. But boom, they do it all for the stigma. And just the fact that they're trying to, he's a black man, now they're going to say drugs is a factor of him getting killed. You kneel on his neck. that's very disrespectful. And that's
Yeah.
even at this point to his family, like y'all still, you feel me? You still throwing jabs at his name. It's like, come on now, like y'all can't bring out that side. And then when we do protests, we're wrong for that. But our ancestors were slaves for many years. It's like, yo, we have the right to step up now. Now that we're stepping up, they're trying to give reasons on why this ain't happening. But what's crazy is there's still a group of people out there, a big majority of people out there that don't care that he died. They're like, okay, yeah, he was doing drugs, he's black, of course, that's exactly what happened. Yeah, but they don't come from some of the backgrounds we come from. So they're sitting there judging us now based on what they see in the media. And the media, like you said, they put out a lot of propaganda. It's just like they feed you what they want to feed you, lies, all of that. And then if you see it enough, people who are not strong-minded will believe it. They'll start to believe some of this stuff is true, and they'll start telling their friends, and then before you know it, it's an endless circle. But like I said though, my ending on that is like, nah, it's disrespectful. I'm not trying to buy none of that. You should have never kneeled on this man's neck. Got him crying out for his mom, bro. You got somebody, like, imagine somebody on your neck and you gotta cry out for your mother, bro. And you're a grown man crying out for your mother at that, and you are a cop sitting on his neck like that, and you hear him doing this. You feel me? And you just like, nah. I guess this is gonna be the end. You're not getting up. There's no excuse for that. And I don't hear nothing from these doctors talking about drugs and none of that. They need to go to jail too for that. Like, that's OD. That's OD.
No, that's a fact, yo. Literally, like, I don't understand, you know what I'm saying, how you had that much time to listen to that man go back and forth. All these people standing by watching. And everybody, you know what I mean, was good. Like, it took you a while to kind of give a little bit of like, I'm not gonna say no justice, because I don't really feel like there's been justice yet. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of injustice, but can't even get into that because that's like getting into politics. You only want to touch on that sometimes. But at the same time, it's just like, yo, I got eyes and I see. You know what I'm saying? Because can't nobody ever tell me that what I've seen with these two eyes is a lie, because I've seen it. I know what I've seen. You know what I'm saying? I know what I've seen. And there's no way you putting blinders over me. I got that 2020. I see it up. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. It's either you're gonna be ignorant to it and act like it didn't happen, or you're gonna really like look at this shit. Like, next time, I hope like if something like that is happening, it's so much fear in the world. People fear this, fear that, but it's like change only comes when you react to something. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
It's like
they get enough reaction.
Standing there, yeah, you standing there watching it. I mean, like, you recording it. I guess you feel like that's your step, and the cops don't even care because they used to do the stuff before it was recorded. Now it's being recorded, so they try to be a little bit more careful with it. Yeah. But it's like recording it is not enough. You're gonna have to start making moves like that. That's how, for real. That's like how our ancestors even got it done. You feel me? It wasn't just by you feel me? It was best of both worlds. Somebody standing there doing that, bro. It's like shit. You like, damn. And I know it's not like everybody's business or responsibility to do certain things, but it's like we ain't gonna see change unless you actually step up and make a change. You standing there, it's not really doing much. Like, you feel me? You gotta step up. You gotta really do something. Like, you feel me? So it's a fucked up situation. That's what I'll say. Because everybody not trying to get into these legal situations, not trying to get killed themselves. But it's like we ain't gonna get changed unless something like this happens. Like, racism gonna go on forever. The only way this shit gonna be wiped out is if we all get wiped out. But you gotta do something,
fact, bro. It's not gonna change. Like,
yeah, mindsets. You ain't gonna change those mindsets, bro.
Except that some people gonna like you, and some people not gonna like you.
Yeah, you ain't looking for everybody.
That's just life, bro. The hardest part is gonna be explaining to your kids, especially when they don't understand. You feel me? And the shit about it is, this is spread through the world because your kids grow up not knowing none of this. I mean, so they just all love at first. I mean, your kids just love. I mean, they don't do nothing but love. You feel me? Until they go into things, and they start learning shit, and the hate that the world brings into like the corruption. Like, once your kids start doing it, it's corrupt out here, bro. Like, you feel me? You have no choice but to get corrupted by the outside world. It's going to corrupt you. The second you step foot out here, you're getting corrupted by something that's going to change your life. Something is going to happen that's going to change your life out here that it was never.
Starts in school.
But they do. I'm not going to get too much into that. I mean, but just know that shit is real out here. RIP to all the black lives that we lost this year and years prior. Know what I mean? Like, this is crazy, and it seems senseless. Know what I mean? And people like to follow the trends. Know what I mean, everything is about trend and shit, and it's like, yo, the most fucked up shit about it is you might have you might have the most caring heart in the world, right? But there's people out there that's real devils and don't give a fuck about shit that you got going on. Literally, like it's real people out here that don't give a fuck about nothing that's going on your side. There's real people that just hate you. There's people out here that look at you and hate you for no reason. There's people out here that just look at you and hate you, literally hate you, bro, just because of how you look or whatever. Something might be off. That's the world we live in.
Sweet.
There's no way we can sugarcoat it, bro, because this is what we're living on a daily basis.
It's not sweet. For real.
You know what I mean? Unfortunately, that's all the time we got for today, though, man. I just want to thank everybody for tuning into the Good Company Podcast. We truly appreciate your continued support. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to stay up to date with the latest and greatest in hip-hop news. We'll be back live and direct for your viewing pleasure tomorrow, Wednesday. Make sure y'all tune into that. Also, let's not forget to follow us on all social media platforms at One Good Company. That's the number One Good Company. Again, I want to shout out Tempo, of course. And I want to shout out special guest Trav in the building.
Appreciate you for having me on, man.
Make sure y'all follow him. Make sure y'all tune in.
So it was a
good
pleasure.
Company, baby. For real. I appreciate y'all,
man.
I like what y'all doing for sure, man. I'm tuning in, you know.
That's facts, man. I for sure like what you doing as well, man. You out here doing your shit. If y'all really pay attention, you got video cameos and all that. I mean, and we got a lot more shit coming in the future. So y'all just tune in, y'all just tap in. I mean, it's a lot of shit going on right now. So with that being said, any parting words, gentlemen?
Stay true.
Word, yeah. Facts.
Stay true, man. Stay true.
And that ain't nothing but facts, man. I am DJ Gaza, the Prince of New Jersey. I'm live right here with Tempo to God and my man Travy Trav in the motherfucking building. And we all good company, man. Make sure y'all tune in on a daily basis. Tell y'all friends to tune in. But we out of here, man. Take off.
You thought we were done? Nah. Follow us right here at One Good Company. If you feeling what we do, trying to go to work, want to take your business to the next level, holla at us at One Good Company.